What's crackin', movie trivia Schmoedown fans? It's your boy C-Dub, and I'm back. And today was an exhausting day. Work was hellacious. The heat is brutal, so I had to relax for a while. But I'm here now to do my reaction. We got the Spider, Robert Parker, the rookie sensation, taking on Ben Goddard, who is 4-0 across 3 divisions. Ben has proven to be a good competitor, no doubt about it. But I've seen most of Robert Parker's Fan League matches, and I just don't know who can actually beat this kid. But I'll give Ben good luck, but I don't think you're going to be able to accomplish this today. But it's going to be a fun match, so let's get it started.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the movie trivia Schmoedown. It's the Inner Geekdom tournament. It is the last match in round number 1. Mark, what a tournament it has been so far. And this match, this is a very highly anticipated match between 2 high-profile rookies.
Oh boy, Mr. Harloff, if I had a penny for every time there was excitement in the Schmoedown, I wouldn't have to sling papers on your corner anymore. Look, what I'm telling you is this, Christian. This matchup we have here today is versus really 2 rookies that one of them came in super highly touted, the other one touted partially because he works for SCN, but also because he really knew a lot about a lot of movies. This one is going to be an all-time clash, and it could be for Rookie of the Year.
It absolutely could be for Rookie of the Year. They're both making a stamp for themselves. You have Robert the Spider Parker. Robert Parker has been an absolute buzzsaw through the fan leagues. He is a terrifying force, and for what he has done so far, he's only played 1 match in the movie trivia Schmoedown, but he's already becoming. He's got that Tyson thing, that he has that Smets thing. He's got that thing of where people are just like, oh my God, this guy, he knows everything. What doesn't he know? And you saw what he did in that Lord of the Rings exhibition. But on the flip side of that, Ben Goddard, who was not didn't have all this buzz coming in. He for exactly what you said, he made his name being on SCN in the morning. Fans started liking him, and then he said, I wanted to play. He got drafted by Kate Mulligan, again, because of his affiliation with her on the show, and he's proven that he is all business. He has a victory in singles, he has 2 victories in teams, and he has a victory in the Inner Geekdom because he won his play-in match against Vejvoda. So he's done it in all divisions right now. Even though people call it leagues, it's divisions. And he's done it in 3 different divisions so far.
Who are those people that call it
Everybody calls it different leagues. Same league. The same league.
The same league, different divisions. Look, with Ben Goddard, I think that what really impressed me was, I knew he knew a lot about movies, and so I wasn't shocked when he won his very first Schmoedown match. But coming in to the Inner Geekdom division to take on somebody who is a veteran like Jim Vejvoda and have a great match and show his wealth of knowledge in a variety of Inner Geekdom categories. So many times, Christian, we see a rookie come in with a lot of promise, but they're hoping to get 1 or 2 wedges spun in round number 2, the wheel round, and they're hoping to stay away from something else. I don't know that Ben Goddard has weaknesses, and I know Robert Parker doesn't.
Well, that's the whole point, and the Den needs this one because out of the 2 tournaments, the Star Wars and Inner Geekdom, he is the last man standing for the Den at the moment because Saul lost against Brandon Hanna in a great match, and Sean Sullivan lost against Laura Kelly, again, in a great match. So he's here representing the Den. There are the standings at the moment, and boy, do the Dungeon need this. The Dungeon have been looking at Robert Parker to get him to in this position exactly. Everyone said about Kaiser, oh, this is a risky move. He already has the Inner Geekdom champion. Why is he drafting this guy? This is the top Inner Geekdom prospect. Why? Well, if Robert Parker winds up winning this tournament, Kaiser is going to show you why.
That's right, and if you want more rookie storylines, the winner of this match plays another rookie sensation from a previous Schmoedown year in Chance Ellison. He defeated Paulo Yama, did a great display of knowledge wealth in doing so, and so the winner of this, Christian, it doesn't get any easier, but today's match, they're going to need a breather afterwards.
Well, we need a breather from talking so much, my friend, because now it is time to find out exactly how we got here between our two competitors. Here we go.
I'm here to deliver a message. Not on behalf of Kaiser, but on behalf of the entire dungeon. I know more about Potter and Trek and really all of the IG divisions better than you, better than anybody.
Oh, you know, just relaxing. I'm doing a little bit of studying, but man, there's just no pressure on me in this one. If I win, it's the biggest upset of the year. If I lose, I'm supposed to lose, so I have no pressure.
Make no mistake, Ben is afraid of me. He is afraid of becoming forgotten. He's afraid of becoming irrelevant.
So there's a basket and a bunch of eggs. And I'm John Kaiser. I'm just gonna put all my eggs into that basket.
You all think that Ben Goddard is a big deal. Robert Parker is about to send Ben Fruit Roll-Ups Goddard back to the Den of Thieves. But I'm not scared of Parker. I would not have gotten knocked out like Ace did.
I am confident that I can outplay him in knowledge and gameplay.
Because here's the problem. If you drop the basket, or if like Ben Goddard knocks the basket out of your hand, you lose all the eggs.
Like, does he have wins in 3 leagues? No. He has 1 win in 1 league.
The idea that Ben Goddard believes that he is the Rookie of the Year, it's laughable, it's ludicrous. Today will be the end of that campaign, I promise you.
But at the end of the day, I still have more points than your entire faction combined, so who really wins?
To no one's surprise, Kaiser and Mulligan going at it. We've seen it on social media leading up to this match, and you gotta like the confidence side of Ben. He knows how good of an opponent Parker is, but he said, I needed the time to study. I'm ready for Parker. He's not scared of anybody, and he's here to match. And Parker, on the other hand, is one of those, I didn't know what Parker would be like under the lights as far as was he able to talk? Was he able to have those confidence? I was hard on the kid because he said, "Oh, you know what? It's not being in the Schmoedown. We've been through it in the fan leagues before. I can handle this." And I said, "I don't know if it's the same pressure." Well, he got in front of that studio match a couple of months ago and showed didn't faze him whatsoever. Had a poker face if he did because he won his match by KO over Andres Ace Cabrera.
That's right, Christian. I like both these competitors. You know, I met Ben Goddard. We hit it off right away talking about our beloved San Antonio Spurs. And with Robert Parker, I actually met him in Wisconsin, which is famous for fudge, cheese, and housing JTE. And now it's made me famous for a new reason, and that is having an inner geekdom champion. As far as the managers go, you're right. They're nothing if not entertaining. You give Mulligan or Kaiser a camera phone, they might stumble into the woods and meet the Blair Witch, or they might give you some knockout content. They did the latter here today.
Well, we're going to find out just a little bit more because here they are, the manager of the dungeon, Kaiser, and the manager of the den, Kate Mulligan. Kate Hotspot Mulligan, how are you doing here today? How you feeling going against Kaiser in the dungeon?
I'll tell you what, I am very relaxed because there have not been internet issues today.
Good. Well, listen, this whole thing with Hannah, the reason Hannah wasn't in this thing was rumors have it that Hannah didn't want to face Parker, that Hannah had to negotiate another match, a singles match, a teams match, in order to even accept a match with Parker. There's fear from other competitors regarding Parker. Is that the case with you? Is that the case with Ben the Bandit Goddard?
Are we here right now? I mean...
Well, you kind of have to be. It's a tournament match.
Well, listen, I'm just saying. No, you're kidding, like, he's, what is he, 12? He's 12? I don't know. What 12-year-old are you scared of? No, we're not scared. Goddard said it best when he beat Whiskey Man. Dude, he's not, I can't stop what Parker knows. I can only handle what I know. So that's what he's doing. He's going to handle what he knows.
All right, well, Kaiser, it seems like, you've put all your chips with this kid. You've taken him under your wing. You've shown him around the Schmoedown. Some would say that that nice kid, the nice magician, is gone because he's been hanging with the likes of you. How is he feeling coming into this match?
Parker's a roughneck. Parker's one of us. Y'all want to try and make this kid look like he just stepped on the scene. He might end up being one of the best players that ever played this game. Time will tell. But let me just get one thing out of the way. I have zero respect for this faction, the Dead. I mean, at all. Kate's husband deserves a Nobel Peace Prize just for having to sleep in the same bed with that woman. She's a tyrant dressed in mom jeans, all right? At best.
Well, it's
and
amazing.
One last thing. I would actually like to congratulate Benjamin Goddard for deciding to drop out of Costa Mesa Community College, because school's not for everybody. He's going to do just fine on Hollywood Boulevard, dressed as a Pokemon, taking selfies with tourists. It's all going to work out for him.
First of all, my husband refuses to sleep in the same bed with me anymore, so there's no awards for him.
Wow.
Secondly,
Yeah, go ahead.
sorry. Listen, it's your thing.
I was just going to say, I was wondering, I noticed that the reason Kaiser may have a little confidence today is I don't see Grace here. And usually that's when he gets scared.
Kate, I tried to warn you. She's a dangerous woman. I don't know why you tried to scrape up the ashes of that faction. I tried to warn you. Nobody listens to Kaiser.
Okay, so this is all I'm going to say about this. We tried to schedule this thing, and we said Grace can be there on Wednesdays.
Okay.
And then Parker couldn't be there on a Wednesday. That's why Grace isn't here.
Yeah, well, the show must go on.
Show must go on. By the way, Parker, I don't know if he can hear me right now, but I think he's going on to middle school next year, so I got him some little pipsqueaks. I got him a sketchbook and some pipsqueaks, and he can, and good luck in middle school, buddy. Okay, so just send me your mom. Can you hear me? Send me your mom's address, and I'll send this to her. Okay, congrats on the graduation.
Hey, just make sure you pack something other than gummy bears in that fanny pack for spider bites, because he's gonna run up and down this kid like it's his job.
Yeah,
Let's go ahead.
I don't have any other questions to ask. I think that'd just be dangerous at this point. If you were watching this match and you expected any less, then you're wrong. If you expected any more, you should know these two managers better. Let's meet their competitors.
All right, well, thank you to both John Kaiser and to Kate Mulligan of The Den. All right, Mark, I assume you're ready to go.
I'm ready like Tony Gonzalez was in his prime playing for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown. Introducing first, representing The Den with a record of 1 win, no defeats in the Inner Geekdom division. Give it up for Ben the Bandit Goddard. Ben Goddard is here. Ben, it's been a tough day here for you, but how are you feeling going into this?
You know, it's good. I know Kaiser's going through some stuff. He had to file for unemployment in 2009 from Circuit City. He was the AG over there, and, times got tough. But other than that, it's going great. I'm ready to play. Robert is a hell of a competitor. And you know what? If I win, awesome. If I lose, I'm supposed to lose this match. So let's get it on.
So you're saying that Parker has everything to lose going into this one to
That's
Fairmont.
right.
Yeah, Ben, let me ask you, you got a lot of trinkets, you got a lot of decorations, and it just goes to show your experience and your wealth of knowledge in Inner Geekdom. My question to you is, how is your preparation for this match different than your preparation going into the David of Play-In match?
Like I said in the outro, with Vejvoda, I was wondering, I didn't know what his weaknesses are. This time, I don't think Robert really has them. So, I just have to study. And you know what? We're going to get what we get on the wheel. We're going to get what we get with our numbers in round 3. And I just got to know my questions, and I can't even worry about Robert's score. I got to get my questions right.
All right, well, thank you, Ben Goddard. Bringing in just a moment here. There is the Bandit and his opponent, representing the Dungeon, with a record of 1 win, no defeats, and 1 knockout in the Inner Geekdom division. Robert the Spider Parker. Robert the Spider Parker, the man, the myth, the legend already. Robert, this is have been in this position. Your whole career has been in your family career. It has been in moments like this. Are you phased? Are you excited? What say you?
I'm excited. First off, Kate, I expect you to actually send those markers. That's a promise, and you got to teach your kids to keep their promises. Second off, about Ben Goddard, he says that he has nothing to lose, but I see the fear behind his eyes. He has so much to lose. You said it yourself at the beginning here. This is the Den's last chance in any of these tournaments, and who knows when we'll be back until then. He's afraid of letting his entire faction down, and that's what he's going to do today.
Robert, one thinks of the movie Rocky 3, which is on the wheel. I'm told it's not an intergeekdom. Anyway, in Rocky 3, he's gotten a lot of acclaim. People know who he is now. He gets a lot of endorsement deals, and he kind of loses his way. Is that a fear with you? Because a lot of people are now talking about you as one of not only Rookie of the Year, but maybe a favorite in all of the Schmoedown. Has that affected your mentality? Is it a detriment, or has it actually boosted your ability to study?
It's absolutely a motivator. I knew when I came in, I knew what I was capable of, and it's up to me to make that a reality. And I got Kaiser keeping me on that straight path. I know he may seem like he's not the type, but he's keeping my head on straight. I got great people around me in the dungeon between Zip and Smets and Wit and the whole crew, and no, it's a motivator, and I'm here to show that.
All right, Mark, so we're going to bring back both Ben Goddard and Robert Parker. There they are. Gentlemen, you both said your piece. Ben, you've heard your opponent here say a couple words on you. Anything you'd like to say?
It's a pretty easy thing to be the best player in the dungeon when he's the only one that scored points for them. So, that's all I gotta say.
All right. Anything to follow up there, Parker?
Yeah, Kaiser gave me one piece of advice. I had a nice quarantine beard going, but he told me to shave it because he didn't want me to leave any DNA behind at the massacre scene. So that's why we're a little bit classier today.
Fair enough. All right, Mark, these two are already throwing shots. It is the dungeon versus the den. Big match here for the dungeon to get themselves a few points on the board. All right, Mark, round number 1. How's it go?
Oh, there are rules to this. That's right. The rules of round number 1 in this 3-round contest are as follows. In round number 1, 10 questions from 10 different corners of movie, trivia, Schmoedown, and know-how. Your first, your last, and every question in between is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round number 1. As soon as we ask the question, you have 15 seconds to write down your best attempt at a correct answer with whatever writing utensil you have handy on whatever writing tablet you provided for yourself. Sorry, Robert didn't get the markers in time. He'll have to check to a regular old pen. Each competitor has 3 usages of the JTE rule throughout the duration of the match. If you need us to repeat a question, if you didn't hear it, you want to buy yourself another 15 seconds to get that right answer, use the JTE rule. You also each have 1 challenge to be used at any point by your manager throughout the 3-round contest. Christian, rules are done. Let's get this show on the road.
All right, so we start with the Spider. Are you ready?
Absolutely.
Goddard, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown! Here we go, guys. Round number 1. Question number 1. In the MCU, in Spider-Man Homecoming, Ned says he wants to assist Peter with his missions by being his what? We need the term that he uses.
All right, that's a toughie right out of the gate, isn't it?
Gotta try to
His
challenge
guy
you
in a
guys.
chair.
Don't say that word, please.
No, it's true. You're right. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we start with Robert Parker.
Guy in the chair.
Guy in the chair is correct. And Ben?
Guy in the chair.
That is correct. 1-1. And Mark, question number 2.
Is in a world that you are canon, Christian. That is Star Wars, and the question therein. Who plays the role of Chirrut Imwe in Rogue One, a Star Wars story?
Oh, shit.
Love the movie, Christian. To this day, I do not understand what possessed them to do the opening graphic like they did with that title.
Yeah. 5, 4,
Damn it, I
3,
can't remember his
2,
name.
1. Pens down, and Goddard.
My favorite Star Wars movie ever is Donnie Yen.
Yes, it is. Robert Parker to tie it up.
Donnie Yen.
Tie game after 2 questions. Here's the third question, gentlemen. We've seen you guys answer a lot of these questions recently. This is Middle Earth.
You still have some?
No.
Yeah, we still have some. In The Return of the King, who said, "My friends, you bow to no one"?
Aw, that's what Christian said to me, and then he said JK LOL.
That get it out.
Christian, have you seen Donnie Yen during the pandemic? That guy is training, he's working out, and he is shredded.
Harry.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Parker.
Aragorn.
Yes, and Ben.
Aragorn.
We have a tie game. 3-3. Next question, Mark.
Is in the world of DC. Hey, that's my universe. Your question. In how many of Nolan's Batman films does Cillian Murphy appear as Jonathan Crane / Scarecrow?
3. All 3, the whole trilogy.
You excited about that upcoming Nolan that Tenet movie, Christian?
Yeah, I mean he's one of those guys. He's earned excitement for all his movies. 5, 4,
It's time travel,
3,
right?
2. I don't know. 1. Pens down, please. And Ben Goddard.
I think I got it wrong. 3.
That's correct. And Parker.
Yep, 3.
There we go. So we have a tie game still. It is 4-4 as we get to our next question. Marvel films. Marvel films. What 2011 Marvel film has the tagline? Their powers would make them different, but destiny would make them allies.
All right, Kay, pressure is on you. I'm going to ask you to rank your favorite Nolan Batman films.
The Dark Knight, Batman Begins, and then Batman.
X-Men First Class.
5, 4,
Repeat.
3. First one. Sorry. What 2011 Marvel film has the tagline? Their powers would make them different, but destiny would make them allies.
You're looking for The Dark Knight Rises.
Thank you.
Its working title was The Dark Knight Heals a Broken Back in 8 Days. I thought it was too long.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We start with Robert Parker.
X-Men First Class.
It is. Goddard?
These tagline questions, man, I didn't have it.
Goddard didn't have it. So Parker staying perfect here. Goes up by 1 point. 5-4 over the Bandit. Next question, Mark.
That's right. We come out of the locker room celebrating halftime, announce the second half of round number 1. Robert Parker still perfect. If he continues this trend, he will be asked a bonus question at the end of the round. Just for him, Ben Goddard 1 off the pace. Your next question, gentlemen, is in the Wizarding world. Pretty sure you know the star of those movies. In Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, what kind of letter does Ron receive from his mother that yells at him loudly in the Great Hall?
I am glad that these, well, I'll wait to tell you. And 5.
Dropping hints?
4. Nope. 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we start with Goddard.
Howler.
Yes. And Parker?
A howler.
Howler it is. I was just gonna say, it's one of those things that I'm glad my mom never had. Next question. This is from Star Trek, and it's question number 7. You will find the villain Kruge, spelled K-R-U-G-E, in which Star Trek film featuring the original crew? K-R-U-G-E.
Hey, look, it's a Howler.
Do we need the full title or just the subtitle?
Full title.
Okay.
You know, the Wake Forest yearbook is called the Howler, Christian.
Is it? That makes sense.
It is.
5, 4.
Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock?
Three, 2, 1. Pens down, please, and Robert Parker first.
Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock.
It is. And Ben?
Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock.
Yep. So, we see the score is now 7-6. Goddard staying only 1 point behind the Spider here as we get to our next question, Mark. Question number 8.
That's right, we're looking for Spock. He's just so slippery. Your next category is the DCEU. And the question therein: who plays Detective Renee Montoya in the film Birds of Prey?
Still haven't seen this one. Bless you. I got it.
Okay, guys. I'm sorry.
Rosie Perez.
5, 4, 3,
Repeat.
2. Second one. All right. Here you go, Mark.
In the world of the DCEU, who plays Detective Renee Montoya in the film Birds of Prey? Yeah, I have not caught that one either. I heard good things.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. Pens down. And Ben, you didn't have it?
Nope. Thanks, Mark.
Parker?
Rosie Perez.
That is correct.
There it is.
That is correct. Rosie Perez. All right. We are now going to get to question number 9. Heroes and villains. You will find the villainess Prince Nuada Silverlance, Nuada Silverlance, in what 2008 comic book film?
Just gonna take a nap.
Yeah.
I mean, you can banter, just don't call like a bird.
5,
I mean,
4.
movies Birds of
2008. Yeah, Dark Knight, Iron Man, Hulk, Punisher Warzone, Prince of Persia? Prince of Persia?
Birds of Prey.
2, 1. Pens down, please. And we start with Robert Parker.
How about you, the Golden Army?
Yes, it is. And Ben?
How about you, the Golden Army?
Okay, so we have the score at the moment here is 9-7. Ben, the bird hunter Goddard, has now 9. It is 7 points to Parker's 9 as we get to our 10th and final question in this round, Mark.
That is in the
I
world.
gotta face Robert Parker and the announcers in this game. Super fun.
Announcers. Give me a break.
They're not playing a game. Robert's got headphones too.
All right, here we go.
Your next question is in the world of mixed bag. Reach your hand deep in there. Pull out a DC movie, a Marvel movie. Hopefully not another Bird of Prey call. Your question: which actress plays Envy Adams in Scott Pilgrim versus the World?
I should also mention that Robert Parker, should he hit this, has a perfect round.
The hell
And we'll get a bonus question.
Yes, he does. The last one.
And 5, 4.
What is her name? Is it the daughter from freaking Die Hard? What is... I gotta start studying more than this. What is her name? It's like stare me in the face. I can't remember.
3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we start with Ben Goddard.
Brie Larson.
Yes, and Rob Parker.
Brie Larson.
Well done. Well played. Well played. You got me on that one. Perfect round for Robert Parker. Kid got them acting skills. So, Robert Parker, this question is for you and you alone here. If you get it, you find yourself with 11 points to Ben Goddard's 8. Here is your question. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Who directed the 1990s Dick Tracy?
Warren Beatty.
Star.
For one more point. Robert Parker not missing.
Right.
All right, guys. So you are in the room here with your competitors. You can talk to them here. Kaiser, you have 30 seconds to talk to Parker up top, and then Kate, and then we will see who wants to go first or second, starting now. Kaiser, go ahead.
Parker, normally I'd tell you to spill this kid's water bottle over so we had to walk around with wet shorts the rest of the day, but we're not in the studio, so just keep doing your thing. You're hot to trot. You ain't missing today. You ain't missing stuff today. You want me to take that back?
No,
Feeling good. We're good. We're good.
it's fine. All right.
Hey,
We got our good plan for round 2.
You know, I don't know how you do these things. I know that I'm already under a curse watch, so I don't want to get...
Kate, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I just real quick, I wanted to get a picture of Parker because I've never seen anybody that can wear their baptism outfit when they're a full
First communion, actually, but
there we go.
you want, hey, I just, okay.
There we go. Great. I know your mom wanted me to send that to you, so that's
Kate,
really cool.
anything you want to say, Ben?
Oh yeah. Ben, shake it off, baby. Don't let the haters drag you down. Okay, shake it off. Shake it off. Okay.
Further down.
All right. So now we are going to let both Parker and Kaiser here drop out. These two, you guys have, this is the second round. Mark, how does round number 2 go?
oh, you almost said it. It is, in fact, the wheel round, Christian. The wheel is electronic, but it's just as authentic as the huge one that weighs 900 pounds. Each competitor gets a spin at their wheel. Once you settle on one of the 10 categories, there's also opponents and spinner's choice on the wheel, you're going to be asked 5 questions in said category. Each question is worth 2 points. There is no penalty for missing a question. There is stealing in round number 2, so if you're not sure of the answer, you can ask us for multiple choice. Each question has multiple choice, 4 options, one of which is the correct answer. At that point, the value of the question goes down to 1. Christian, because Robert Parker is still going to be on camera, and him and his manager have a 3-point lead over Ben and his manager, Robert and Kaiser will decide. Do they want to spin first or defer?
60 seconds.
My man knows how to play this. You know, Parker, first of all, you got the suit pressed nice. I'm glad you went over to the joint on 3rd Street I told you to go to.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It looks nice. They really starched the collars. So what do you want to do in this one? How do you want to play it?
I feel like we should put some pressure on it. I like going first right now.
Yeah, because
I'm feeling hot after that round 1.
And honestly, he's under the pressure. He's critiquing professional comedians' jokes. I mean, he's worried
That's
about
true.
everything except the match. Let him go. Let him play.
It wasn't a joke. It was a very loud bird call in his defense.
I got it fine. But let's go first.
Well, I don't give your audience that much credit. I'm sure a lot of them laughed at it.
All right, Parker, you're going to go first or second?
Let's go first.
All right, let's get the wheel up there. There we go. All right, same thing here. You're going to spin. If you don't like what you got the first time, you'll be able to talk it through. Here's the spin.
What a nice, peaceful sound that is.
It is, kind of.
It's very massage music,
I like it.
you know?
Star Wars. Star Wars. You guys have 60 seconds to figure it out starting now.
I mean, Parker, it's up to you. I mean.
Yeah, I'm not like bad at that category by any means,
Right.
but they've been going through a lot of questions with Star Wars. It's been got a lot, obviously Star Wars tournament and everything. So
Right.
I'd feel better about respinning.
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right, final.
See what we get. Yep.
All right, here we go. Here's the spin.
All right, Christian, you got to hope it doesn't land on opponent's choice now if you're the Parker contingent.
It doesn't. It lands on DC movies. All right, so we're going to drop Kaiser out of here. We're going to bring back Ben Goddard. All right, so we have, remember, gentlemen, please let your hands be shown during this round at all times. All right, round number 2 here for Robert Parker. Robert, you chose DC movies. 5 questions.
Yep.
Are you ready?
Yep. Let's do it.
Here we go. First question. What American president hires Jonah Hex to hunt down the villainous Quentin Turnbull?
Ulysses S. Grant.
That's correct for 2 points. All right, question 2, Robert. In Batman Forever, Two-Face and the Riddler gain access to Wayne
Trick-or-treater.
Manor by disguising themselves as what?
Trick-or-treaters.
Trick-or-treaters on Halloween.
For 2 more points. Question 3. What color was Penguin's top hat in 1966's Batman the movie?
Black.
5, 4, 3,
Repeat the
2.
question.
First one. What color was Penguin's top hat in 1966's Batman the movie?
Black. Right?
It's incorrect for a 2-point steal here, Ben.
Well, I'm colorblind, so that's unfortunate.
Well, let me read the question. Get the question. Sorry. What color was Penguin's top hat in 1966's Batman the movie?
I'll say purple.
A 2-point steal, which is massive. A massive steal here by Ben Goddard. Gets himself within 5. He is a human being after all, and not a machine. He missed. And question number 4 here, Parker. Are you ready? Carrie Payton voices which member of the Titans in Teen Titans Go to the Movies?
Cyborg.
For 2 more points. And your final question. Here it is. In The Dark Knight, what is the name of the paranoid schizophrenic that Harvey Dent confronts at gunpoint after the assassination attempt on Gotham's mayor?
Thomas Schiff.
For 2 more points. So, a massive steal by Ben Goddard as we now find the score 19-10. He still has a 9-point lead over Goddard, but Goddard has not spun. All right, Parker, I'm going to drop you out here for a second.
Incredible work, Christian, by Ben Goddard.
Big move, and bringing back Kate. Okay, you got 60 seconds. Go ahead.
There's nothing I need to say to this guy. You're doing amazing. You gotta just shake that other stuff off. Don't worry about Mark and the funky bunch up there, okay? It's all gonna be great. You're doing awesome.
All right, so just to put a little more pressure on you here, Ben Goddard, because of that steal, should you find yourself in the perfect round here with all 2s, you can take the lead. But, again, this is the second round. The wheel is about to be spun. Here is the wheel. And it is being spun. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's right.
3-point lead for Parker going into round number 2. Ben, in essence, cut that to 1 and took a question away.
Star Wars.
Oh, man. Seeing those DC questions, I always wonder how deep cut these Star Wars questions are going to be. I'm like in the same boat as Parker. Like, I know my Star Wars, but like you never know with it, like with the league and everything, how deep it's going to go. Like, I feel like Intergeekdom, like, just it varies back and forth.
Let me propose something. If this is not something, he might not be able to get steals. The problem is if we spin again, it could go against us. Is there something worse? Is there something worse on the wheel?
You know what? Let's do it. Let's go Star Wars.
You're gonna go with Star Wars. All right,
let's go Star Wars.
Gonna go with Star Wars
Got
here.
it, baby. You got it.
All right, Kate, thank you. We're gonna bring Kate out, bringing back Robert Parker. He's got the board ready. Look at him. He's like a gunslinger. All right, so we are going to get 5 questions here in the realm of Star Wars. All right, Mark.
Very rare that 2 competitors would both spin away from Star Wars, Christian. So Ben settles on it, and his first of 5 questions, each one worth 2 points. Ben, in Star Wars, according to Obi-Wan, a lightsaber is not as clumsy or blank as a blaster.
Uncivilized?
Random.
Oh, 2-point steal. He got it right back. So Parker got
a giant steal. I know y'all are excited. Please wait for me to pass it over to you and ask the question again
Sorry.
before you make the steal. That's okay. It's a 2-point steal regardless. And now we go back to Ben Goddard for his second question of 5 in the world of Star Wars. Ben, in Rogue One, a Star Wars story, Cassian tells Jyn that Chirrut and Baze used to be what?
Priests?
Multiple choice.
I can provide that. Is it A, Servants of the Gree, B, Warriors of the Rin, C, Shamans of the Fallen, or D, Guardians of the Wills?
C.
Guardians of the Wills.
You multiple choice the correct answer out of that one, Christian. That's a point for Ben.
Yep.
All right, your next question. What is the name of Ben Mendelsohn's character, first and last name, in Rogue One, a Star Wars story?
First and last name? I can't have him get a steal, so I'll go multiple choice. I know the last name.
Alright. Is it A, Galen Erso,
Orson
B,
Krennic.
Orson Krennic,
Orson
C,
Krennic.
Cassian Andor, or D, Saw Gerrera?
Should have gone with my gut. Orson Krennic.
You had Orson in there too, huh?
I had Orson. I had it, but I just didn't know. Oh, man.
The wise play still ensuring the point. Ben, you have 2 questions left in round number 2. Your penultimate question. What was the last line uttered before Darth Vader / Anakin Skywalker died in Return of the Jedi?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, forgive me, my son? B, you were right. C, go, my son, leave me.
You already
D,
have.
you already have.
You already have.
You already have.
That is incorrect. Robert, I'm going to give you your multiple choice options for a 1-point steal. Is it A,
Go, my
forgive me,
son,
my
leave
son?
me.
B, you were right. C, go, my son, leave me. Or D, you
C.
already have.
B.
That is correct for another 1-point steal, Christian. Back and forth we go in this round.
Well, back and forth we go, but right now, this is the problem that Ben Goddard finds himself. This is the 5th question at the moment. He is down by 10. If he does not get 1 or 2 points here, and Parker steals either 1 or 2 points, then it is a win via knockout, and the dungeon will see themselves with 4 points. Final question.
That is correct. If Ben misses, but Robert is unable to get the steal, we will still advance to round number 3. Ben, your final question in the category of Star Wars, and that is, what word does Rey use to describe the dusty old Millennium Falcon in The Force Awakens?
The hunk of junk?
Garbage.
We are going to round number 3. Robert Parker has an 8-point lead because that one was worth 2. He nailed it, Christian.
It was very important for him. He got himself out of the second round for sure, avoided the KO, and now we find ourselves in round number 3. Mark, how's that go?
Round number 3 is the round that will determine the match unless we go to sudden death overtime. In round number 3, a little bit of math is involved. We need a series of numbers from each competitor. These numbers can range from 1 to 15. We need 3 numbers per competitor. You may not have the same 3 numbers as your opponent. Each number, well, that corresponds to a different corner of inner geekdom know-how. Your first question is worth 2 points. Your next question is worth 3 points. Your last one, should we make it that bar, is worth 5 points. There's no penalty for missing a question, and there is no stealing in round number 1. So even though we're going to be asking Ben his at least first question first, we do need Robert Parker's numbers because he enjoys an 8-point lead. So he has first pick for his lucky trio. What do you got, Robert?
1 to 13, correct?
1 to 15.
15, my bad, okay.
Let's have you pick the numbers because you know I'm bad at math. I come from a long line of bad gamblers, so I'm going to let you
It
handle it.
happens, it's alright, I got you covered on that front. Let's do 6, 12, and 4.
Picks 12 and 4 for Parker and for Goddard.
7, 14, 11.
7, 14, and 11 for Goddard. Kate, anything you want to say to Ben before we start asking him questions?
Well, yeah, no, listen, I gave bad advice on that last one. Everybody's gonna be talking about that. Obviously, we should have spun away from Star Wars, and I'm sorry. That was on me. That's not on you, Bubba. Also, we're not doing that part. Can I do it now or no?
Maybe after the match.
Okay.
All right, well, anything, Kaiser, you want to say?
Just get this over with.
All right, fair enough. Let's drop them out. Here we start with Ben Goddard, who's trying to avoid the TKO. And if he doesn't, the dungeon are going to see themselves with 4 big points here by Robert Parker. Ben, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right, here we go. 2-pointer. Middle Earth is your first question.
Darn, should have picked that number last.
What race of being is Treebeard? Excuse me. What race of being is Treebeard?
He's an ent.
That is correct for 2 points. 2 points, and we see ourselves now 22-16. All right, so Ben Goddard needs to hit his 3-pointer here in order to stay in the game. If he hits it, move on to his 5. However, if he misses it, the dungeon and Robert Parker will see themselves with 4 big points. Ben, you chose category 14. You're right back to Star Wars.
Yay!
Here you go. Who says the infamous "I have a bad feeling about this"
Obi-Wan
line
Kenobi.
in Revenge of the Sith?
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan.
That is correct. Obi-Wan says it. 3 points. 3 points. So Ben Goddard now can take a lead if he hits the 5-pointer and avoiding the TKO. However, if he misses it, it's 4 points for the dungeon. And Parker, final question here, Ben, for you, to throw it back. You chose category 11.
Yeah.
Harry Potter.
Ooh, okay.
Harry Potter. Here it is.
All right.
Okay. In Harry Potter, in the Deathly Hallows Part 1,
Sorry.
in Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows Part 1, Harry and Ron are thrown in the dungeon at Malfoy Manor. Name two of the other characters that were already occupying the cell.
Luna Lovegood and Grip Hook.
Yeah.
For 5 points, avoiding the TKO, gets themselves a 2-point lead now. So the 4 points for the dungeon is off the table.
Good
Robert
pull.
Parker will have to get his 2 and his 3 to win the game right now if he hits them both marked.
Christian, you're looking at a mental athlete spent who has left it all out there on the field and said, this is the best I could do on this particular occasion, and let's see if Robert Parker can match. Impressive enough that Ben avoided the KO and the TKO, and now he actually has forced the hand of Robert the Spider Parker. So, Robert Parker, you're going to have to answer some questions now.
Perfect. I love doing that.
Yeah.
You are not bad at it, I'll say that. All right, Parker has chosen Back to the Future for his 2-point question. All right, Robert, in the world of Back to the Future, to tie Ben Goddard, when Biff has an accident in George's car early in the first film, he spills what type of beverage on his shirt/jacket?
Coffee.
He spills a beer.
Spilled beer all over my jacket.
Tie game here. All right, so if Robert Parker hits his 3-pointer, he wins the game. He's got a chance to win with his 3 and his 5. Here is the next question mark. He chose category number 12.
Yes, he did, Christian. Winner gets to be George McFly. At the end of Back to the Future, the loser has to wax their car. All right, Robert Parker, you selected number 12. That corresponds to the category of Indiana Jones. And your question for the win. What is the name of Indy's spy friend in The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull?
George Mac McHale.
And your winner, ladies and gentlemen, from the dungeon, Robert the Spider Parker. Hell of a game there by Goddard. Gonna drop you off there for a second. Robert Parker winning the game here. Robert, have to be feeling good here. Look, man, this was it wasn't pure sailing. It wasn't easy sailing here. You had a miss in the second round. He stole it. Then looked like you were going to knock him out in the second round. He fought back, fought away from that. Then, hey, look, it's TKO style, and the bandit said no thank you for that. He forced you to win it. How did you feel about your opponent's fighting spirit here today?
Look, he played good. He played the hand he was dealt. He took Star Wars. I got some steals. He got some steals. My one regret is now I'm going to have to watch Batman 66 hanging upside down like an actual bat, because Kaiser's going to make me do that now. And also, I got really close to breaking the points record. So that's my goal for next match, is to break that points record.
Kaiser, listen, you took this kid and for your second round pick. People had questioned that. He puts 3 more points on the board here for the dungeon. Are you happy with your decision, and are you happy with the way that he played here today?
I'm always happy when I win, and so since I'm used to winning in the movie trivia Schmoedown, this is just another day at the office. Everyone wants to keep saying, "Oh, Kaiser had a bad draft. He put all his eggs in one basket, win it or geekdom." Yeah, maybe. So that said, I got the best IG lineup in the league. I still got an IG belt in the dungeon. Some of these factions don't even have hubcaps on their cars. Robert Parker wants to be a champion, and may the best man win. We'll think about that down the road. Right now, he's got a tournament to focus on. And Zipper, the way he's coming on, I wouldn't be surprised if it's the two of them in the finals.
Yeah, you make a good point, Kaiser. You're wearing a Hall of Famer shirt. It might take a Hall of Fame effort by Robert Parker to get past his next opponent, who is going to be Chance Ellison, as we discovered last week. So, Kaiser, Robert, how much celebrating do you do after this win, and then when do you start to refocus and think about what it's going to take to defeat Ellison?
I'm back in the dungeon working right away tomorrow. I'll take the rest of today off to celebrate, but Chance is no joke. I know him relatively well. He had his time in the fan leagues just like I did. He was good in IG, and he was good in that match against Paul, but he is nowhere near unbeatable. And I know that I have what it takes to beat him. I just have to go out there and do it and not mess up my colors. And then I'll play another perfect game against him, and then I'll win that one.
Well, let me ask you a question in regards to Chance there, Parker. So have you guys ever met in the fan leagues beforehand? Because he was kind of one of the first people that had ever come up. He was the trailblazer as far as the fan league competitors. So I don't know if you guys ever had an opportunity to compete.
Not in IG. I mean, we played in singles once, but obviously that's not my strong suit. We've never played in IG. So we were scheduled to. He was blazing through his side of the bracket. I was blazing through mine, and we were supposed to meet. And then he ended up leaving. So I think he only did that to duck me. Really, I think that was his main motivation for coming to the Schmoedown, is he was too scared to face me in IG. So I'm excited that we finally had that chance to see what would have happened.
And Kaiser, I know this is still. It's like there's always that one manager, that one team that you just can't seem to avoid, and that's corruption. It's corruption again between yourself and Shannon, Chance Ellison. How are you feeling about this match, and how are you feeling about once again having to go up against the Queen of Corruption?
Well, I thought I burnt that roach motel to the ground last season, but apparently some roaches crawl out. Bring on Chance. There's nobody I like kicking in the teeth in this league more than that Dickie Doo patrol over there in Corruption. Bring him on. Parker's hungry.
All right.
Parker knows that in the dungeon we breed champions. Everyone knows what I do at rookies. This kid's got a chance to be a champion this year.
Well, how about, speaking of rookies, I mean, you got to be impressed with how Goddard fought back. You got to be impressed with what he did there, because a lesser opponent, we've seen it before, a lesser opponent gives up in that second round.
I got to say, he started out really nervous. He was blaming this and that. He did come back and play a good match. I'm just happy that after this, he goes back to his Twitch TV show, Who Wants to Be a Shoe Salesman. He's got something to fall back on.
Fair enough. All right, well, for Kaiser, congratulations. Big 4 points for your faction here today. Same thing with Robert Parker, gentlemen. We'll see you in the second round.
That's it. I don't bet any. You don't want to.
All right, thank you, Robert.
It's never been I'm more proud of your button-pushing ability, Christian.
It's my favorite thing to do, I swear. All right, let's bring back Kate Mulligan and Ben, the Bandit Goddard. Ben, listen, man, I got to tell you, I mean, I've gotten to know you pretty well here over the last year, and you continue to prove yourself more and more. This was something, like I said not 2 seconds ago, I've been around this game for a while, and when there's a lead like that and it's almost a knockout, I've seen people give up and say, nah, I can't win this, I'm done. You didn't do that. You fought back, and you got yourself within just a couple of points here of winning. And we saw that the kid was human as he missed, and you stole from him. So how you feeling?
I'll wear that badge that I'm the first opponent that Robert's missed against in his life.
And you stole from him. So how are you feeling the way that you played in this match?
Nah, he's good. Those DC questions were tough, and, Robert got all of them except for a color of a hat, so Kid is good, and I'm excited to see what he can do the rest of the tournament. I knew Rosie Perez, those dang tagline that gets me again, that keeps me from getting a perfect game, and I knew Rosie Perez, so that was why I got so frustrated. And then I should have trusted myself with Orson Krennic. It's Star Wars, even Robert spun away from Star Wars, so you never know what you're gonna get with the Star Wars questions. I answered too quickly on the Obi-Wan, so a point here, a point there. He got all the steals he needed to, and I fought back in round 3, and I like I said, I answered the questions I needed to answer, but he's good. Robert's good, and hats off to him for that round 2. That was impressive.
Yeah, Ben, you've always struck me as a positive, resilient guy, but I also know what a hardcore competitor you are. So I have to.
Oh, sorry. No, let me close my window real quick.
How do you pick up the pieces from this and move on?
It's unfortunate after Saul lost. He played a heck of a game against Brandon Hanna. Same with Sean Sullivan. And, it's a funky year where we can't, okay, I got a singles match, next week. I got a teams match with Rachel the next week. So whenever we get matches, I'll be ready to play. I'll be ready to get points for my team. Rookie of the Year, Robert could easily win Rookie of the Year this tournament. All I care about is getting points for my team and getting W's for my team. That's what I care about. He can get the awards at the Schmoedown Awards and get the little triangle slice. I want to get first place.
Well, I mean, so Kate, bringing off of that point here too, it's like you've had all your competitors really fighting hard. I mean, obviously Sean Sullivan fought hard, Saul fought hard, and then Ben putting up against who people are saying the unbeatable Parker, who kind of exposed that Parker could be beatable if you get the right questions. Do you regret not taking the 60 seconds in the second round all the way through and talking it out?
Yeah.
Do you regret? You do. And as far as
No. Listen, you look at this match. Where was the weakness? It was where I advised him. He did great. He didn't. It was when I said, "Let's take Star Wars." Or something. There's no question that this match went south when I intervened. I need to let Ben do his thing. I need to just listen to him and say, you know what? If you want to spin again, let's spin again. This is classic case of me putting my foot where it doesn't belong. He did awesome. You kidding me? If I saw that kind of score going 10 points down going into a third round, I'd be like, you know what? I'll just hang myself here. I mean, and this kid, boy, fought and fought and fought. And you know what? I don't accept that Robert Parker could be Rookie of the Year. You know one. I'm not going to say lead, Christian. You know one division well? Guess what? Ben Goddard has a win in 3 divisions, okay? There's nobody, for me, you look at the points in the den, that's because of Ben Goddard. So I got to tell you, the way he fought today, the way Sean Sullivan fought, all of these people are saying, oh, Parker's going to knock him out of the ballpark. Oh, yeah, Sean Sullivan's going to get destroyed by Laura. That was a 2-point game. This is a 3-point game. Saul was with Hannah the whole time. So as far as I'm concerned, I couldn't be a prouder den mother, and I'm not even leaving this in a bad mood. I feel so proud of these kids.
All right, Kate, so after this, again, you're a rookie manager. Rookie managers make mistakes. Rookies make mistakes. It happens. How do you shake yourself off, and what's the next step as you get into these singles and teams divisions once these tournaments are over?
Well, I'll tell you what. I feel like that's if Kaiser's got a good IG league, I got singles and I got teams in spades. You're talking about Tom. You're talking about Paul Preston. You're talking about Ben Goddard. You're talking about Rachel Silvestrini. I just picked up Vanessa from Late to the Party. I mean, I got to tell you, I am not worried about our standings in general. But I will say, listen, yeah, did I make a mistake today? Yes. And here's the thing I know. There's different players require different things. Ben doesn't need me. Okay, he doesn't need me to tell him what, so I know going into the next match with Ben, he doesn't need me to advise him what to do. He knows the right thing. You know what? I think I've got like real PTSD because of festival darlings, and I was like, oh God, what if we spin away and he gets opponent's choice and he gets Star Wars anyway, or he got something, I don't know. Listen, so all I have to say is, as long as I stay out of the way of somebody like Ben Goddard, I'm not worried. Once it comes to teams and singles, woo, even the Finstock Exchange should be getting nervous about us.
All right, well, with that, guys, Ben, I wanted to thank you for competing here today. Hell of a performance. Really, really should be proud of the performance. Same thing with you, Kate. The Den out of the tournaments, but I'm sure we'll see them back very, very soon. Thank you to both Kate Mulligan and Ben Goddard. Mark, look, Parker did what Parker was supposed to do. He won. But Ben Goddard, I think, showed a different side of himself here today because, yeah, we knew that he was good. We knew that he has been playing in different divisions. He did it twice in teams. He did it in singles. But it was the way that he fought back. And it was a way for him to say, no, you got to put me away. We've seen people in the past do that. We've seen the Kalinowskis do it. We've seen the Merles do it. We've seen Roca and Clark Wolf and Cushing do that. But for a rookie to do that, for a rookie to stand in there and say, no, you want to beat me, you got to put me out. I don't care if you're 12 points ahead. You've got to take the win. And he also made it harder for the dungeon to get those 4 points and made it 3. Ben Goddard put up a hell of a performance in this match.
You're right, Christian, and for every story of resolve that you can give me in Schmoedown past, I can count on my feathers how many people have given up when being down in round 3 or round 2, and for him to stick with it, especially against an opponent as highly touted as what Robert Parker has become in Inner Geekdom, that says a lot about the competitor that Ben Goddard is. He's going to be around this game for a long time. And for Parker, I mean, look, it's more of the same, and I know it was the first time we saw him miss a question, and God forbid he got something stolen from him in round number 2, but I think that only, as scary as it might sound for Chance Ellison, strengthens his desire to study and tighten those screws. So Parker's got a tough matchup with Chance, and Chance knows he's going to have his hands full.
Absolutely. So here is the left side of the bracket as it stands today. You have the Barbarian facing John Humphrey in round number 2, and now Robert Parker faces Chance Ellison on that side of the bracket. And on the right side of the bracket, you've got Brandon Hanna facing Alex Damon. And then you talk about it, another round 2 dungeon versus corruption. Mike Kalinowski faces off against his bitter rival, Eric Z-Man Zipper. That is our second round. Mark, pretty excited about round 2 as it stands. Oh man, a lot of great matches we're going to see coming down the pike.
That's right, Christian. I mean, it feels like any other sports tournament in that with each subsequent round, you get more and more upsets, more surprises, and then some heavyweights that you knew were going to be there no matter what. So it's a very exciting time in the Inner Geekdom tournament for sure, and in a broader sense, in the movie trivia Schmoedown world. So thank you to all of our fans for your continued support, getting us through this tough time in the world in 2020, and we look forward to a lot more content going right to your naked, steaming eyeballs and eardrums.
All right, for Mark Ellis, I'm Christian Harloff. We'll see you next time.
Well, I gotta say that was a great match. I undersold Ben Goddard a little bit. I mean, Parker got the win like I expected him to, but Goddard put up a hell of a fight. That was really impressive to watch. Goddard, he fought back strong. He was facing a possible KO. He answered his final question in round 2, then nailed all 3 round 3 questions, and made Parker answer some round 3 questions. That was fun to watch. But Parker, this he's so fucking good. You're gonna have to play a damn near perfect game to beat him. Chance he's one of the few people who I will admit I do give a shot to defeat Parker. But it won't be easy. And Chance knows that. But that's going to be a great match when it happens. I cannot wait. 2 of the best fan leaguers ever. Cannot wait. If you like my reactions, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Christopher Woodburn. You can find me on Twitter, Chris Woodburn83, Facebook, Christopher Michael Woodburn. So until next time, Mr. Boy C-Dub, peace.